good, y'all? Welcome to the Rick and Red podcast. It's been a little minute. We ain't gonna get too deep into it. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Happy New Year's. Let's just get straight into basketball, man. Let's cut all that small talk. More specifically, the All-Star game, man. So we're gonna do something a little different. We ain't gonna really do any yip yet. We're just gonna kind of go through our list, name our starting five and our reserves. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about the players and whatnot.
We're gonna have to talk about it.
Let me give you the floor first, man.
We're gonna go front court by front court.
Nah. We
can't do full list by full list.
Obviously, let's start with which one was harder? Let's start with the West. Start with the West starters.
West starters.
West starters first, all right?
I thought this was pretty straightforward.
All right, let me see.
We got the two front court, Shea and Luka. Uh-huh.
Word.
The three back court. I know this where we're
front court.
The three. I got it backwards.
It's two back court, three front court.
Two back court is gonna be Luka and Kai.
No. Come on, bro. Go ahead, bro. You good?
My two back court is about to be Shea and Luka.
Word.
My three front court, Jokic, obviously. Victor Wembanyama, obviously. Anthony Davis, obviously.
Wait, three centers in that front court, man. All right.
It's the All-Star game, bro. I gotta pick.
Before we get into it, though, let me just go through mine real quick. Pretty much agree. I got SGA, probably the second best player in the world this year. You can argue him and Wemby. I got Wemby as well, obviously. Obviously, I got Jokic.
Wait, what'd you just say?
Shea.
What'd you say?
Oh, I forgot about Giannis. Oh, chill.
I'm saying, what'd you say?
Chill. No, we're gonna get into that later, bro. Let me do my starting five. God, man. I got SGA and Luka, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
I got Wemby and Jokic, of course, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
Best bigs in the league. And the third front court, I got our glorious king, LeBron James.
Talk to me. Why we got?
Look,
why we got AD over
LeBron?
Look,
I understand AD like every year, top 3 defensive player in the league. But LeBron, it's LeBron, man. The things look.
Fan vote. All right, obviously
it's a fan, but LeBron's gonna get in.
But that's
over AD because of a fan. But
look,
we're gonna talk basketball. I just feel like this year, AD isn't scoring as much as I thought he would. He's averaging 25, which is 2 more points than LeBron, which is cool. It's all right. I just feel like the overall offensive game, he's averaging 8 assists plus 8 rebounds. I just think it does a little bit more for me than AD's, 25 and 11, on top of being a top 5 defender in the league.
25.
I understand. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, y'all. But it's not like LeBron excuse my language, cut that out. It's not like LeBron a potato. He's not a corn on the court.
He might as well be.
But feel me, I feel, bro, when LeBron's not on the court, man, the Lakers, I just don't like how they look, man. I feel like when LeBron's not playing, they look like the Washington Wizards.
You put it like this. This season, I believe is LeBron James. The team that LeBron James is, it's like the worst defense he's ever been a part of.
Yeah.
You remove Anthony Davis from that equation.
See, I get that, bro.
I'm saying Anthony. Why I went with Anthony Davis is for the simple fact that he is as good as much as we love LeBron, as amazing he is. We all know who LeBron is, bro. We just celebrated his holiday not too long ago. Anthony Davis is what makes this team go right now.
Yeah.
He is the defensive backbone. He is the number one option on offense.
And I get that. I definitely get
so
that.
when I'm looking at a team, they like the Lakers, they're the 5th seed.
And
so it's not like they can't have 2 All-Stars.
Real quick, let me make a correction. He's averaging 9 assists. LeBron's averaging 9 assists. Then you're a double-double.
That's cool.
I just feel like that does
averaging a double-double.
I feel like that does a little bit more for me.
Because he's a player.
I'm saying he's averaging 4 more rebounds than LeBron. Whoop-de-doo.
AD's defense is so.
It's a defense.
It's a different galaxy.
I get you. And he's actually averaging 1 more point than LeBron.
That's cool. I don't care.
I get what you're saying. Look. If AD were to get it over LeBron, I'd understand. I'm not gonna. How did LeBron not make? He's gonna make it because it's a fan.
He's gonna start.
But you can't go wrong with either or. I'm not mad at AD. I don't think you should be mad at LeBron.
I'm not mad at LeBron. I'm just if I'm picking one Laker this season, I'm picking AD.
You're picking AD. All right, I feel you.
Who's been the best player in the Lakers this year?
LeBron.
All right. Let's just keep. I don't think I'm not gonna be able to change my mind.
Sorry, bro.
So now we go to the bench. The bench is pretty interesting, bro.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody. I think there's somebody we're both leaving off. That
especially out east.
I'm talking about West specific. So who do you have as the 2 backcourt
in the West?
in the West on your bench.
I got you. I got you. My two backcourts in the West. This one might. Let me see. So I got De'Aaron Fox,
Mm.
and I got Devin Booker.
Mm.
Got De'Aaron Fox and I got Booker.
Oh, okay. This is where we get completely
Let me
different.
see. Let me hear what you got.
I got James Harden
Okay.
and Anthony Edwards.
All right.
What you said, De'Aaron and
I got De'Aaron and Book. I got De'Aaron and Book. And I know they're on bad. Like they're both negative, right? They're both on bad teams. Anthony Edwards and you just said James Harden. They're on good. They're on pretty good teams.
They're the reason both of those teams.
Yeah, I just think Booker and Fox have been better than them. Regardless of the teams they're on, I just think they've been better. And that's just me. You know, I'm not mad at Harden and Ant, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not on my
they're not on your list at all.
Not on my list at all.
Anthony Edwards isn't an all-star. James Harden isn't an all-star.
No, not on my list. And then we'll get to that because I got people on here. Like, I just look, man. I wish I don't know why I didn't have the stats pulled up in front of me. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, like I understand though. I understand why you have them there because it's not like Book and De'Aaron are having way greater seasons than Harden and Ant. I just feel like they're playing better. And like I don't think the All-Star game is about who's winning. I just think who's been the best players in the world this year.
But you also have to kind of tie it in because if that was the case, like we've seen players with stats that maybe have not made it because they like Bradley Beal when he was averaging 30 on the Wizards. It wasn't like he was starting.
I thought he should have made the All-Star game that year though. Like I always disagreed with that. I never understood why people brought winning games into the All-Star game.
Well, Harden is the reason the Clippers are going. Anthony Edwards is the reason the Timberwolves are afloat.
But is it Harden? Is it not like Norman Powell having a crazy season this year who could arguably be an All-Star as well?
What is that?
Is it not Tyronn Lue being a top 3 coach in the league this year?
But
is it not Zubac averaging
you can't say you can't
double-double?
What was he doing when James Harden came in as the point guard? He is the sole reason that Zubac is averaging more than 5 points a game.
Harden's one to make the center look a lot better.
The gravity that he pulls on the pick and roll is the reason that Norman Powell is able to get the shots he's getting. The reason that Tyronn Lue is able to work anything is because of the production and playmaking that James Harden has been able to facilitate. So if I'm looking at this Clippers team and I'm looking at what's making them go, like I understand stat-wise it may not look as pretty as a De'Aaron Fox, but De'Aaron Fox is putting up all these great points and they're losing all the time. Like and
they're losing. Is it De'Aaron Fox's fault that they're losing?
It's a lot of De'Aaron Fox. I'm not saying it's bad, but like it's a one overall.
I just feel like
it's a congested team.
Yeah,
the defense is horrible.
They're having a weird thing. They just fired Mike Brown, and you hear how the league's been reacting to that. It's been a lot of weird stuff going around.
A lot of the late game execution from the Kings has been terrible. Like you got a DeRozan who was a clutch player of the year like candidate last year. De'Aaron Fox who won the first one, and then fourth quarter they're absolutely terrible. Yeah. I'm looking at a Clippers team who I said in the probably one of our first episodes ever wasn't going to sniff the playoffs. Now they're in the playoff picture being led by James Harden. So I feel as I have to give him that kind of respect. When I'm looking at wins and losses, if the stats are very close, that's when I begin to weigh it in. But if it's like we're looking at, I know we both have Cade on the All-Star team.
Yeah.
Compared to like a Jalen Brunson, I would say it's close. Jalen Brunson's on a better team, but what Cade has been able to do, how he's been able to pull this team, the gravity that he has on the Pistons is the reason I had to.
Compared to where they were last year, I understand what you're saying. I really do. But Harden's look, man. Not to take nothing away from Harden, but how could I put Harden? That's what I'm saying. How could I put Harden when De'Aaron Fox averaging 27 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds on? Got it right here. 32% from the three. He's never been the best 3-point shooter, so it's going to be all right. But his field goes at 48, almost 49.
James Harden's not shooting good.
Under 40% from the field goal.
He's not shooting good.
He's at 32 from 3. So he's shooting just as good as De'Aaron Fox from 3. Think about he's shooting just as good as De'Aaron Fox from 3. Like I understand what you're saying. I just feel like, and I don't want to be such a stat guy. Stats. It's just like they right here.
Is Trae Young on your All-Star team?
We're gonna get to that. I just don't see how you can put Harden on the All-Star team and over Fox. He's just having a better season. I mean, all around.
That's not to say I don't got
all
Fox.
Around. Like the James Harden is a better playmaker, but it's like he's not lighting. I don't know, man. De'Aaron Fox has been the better player to me, and and it's not just to me. I think De'Aaron Fox is the better player, right?
He's a better player.
but you're giving it to Harden just for the simple fact of how he's been holding the Clippers together and
He's
from where they are right now,
he's the reason they're not
where we all thought they would be in the beginning of the season, we all thought they'd be towards the bottom, right?
towards the bottom.
We thought they'd take a dip, but yeah, you're right. Harden's been carrying them afloat. Like I said, Harden's another one. I wouldn't be mad if he made the All-Star game. I just think there's better players.
Right.
And that winning aspect, I just feel like you got to cancel that out in the All-Stars.
But if I'm going 1-on-1 and I'm debating two players, that's when I begin to weigh in some things. So in terms of if they're both, I'm saying they're both the best player on their team, and I'm looking at supporting cast. We're looking at supporting cast for the Kings. It looked to me, it looks better than what I'm getting from the Clippers. From the Clippers, we got James Harden elevating people's games like a KPJ who's out the league, which, I mean, I don't really support KPJ. He was beating on women. And then we got other players stepping up that you haven't even heard of. Like,
no, I definitely get what you mean. Like, because me bringing up Zubac, you're right. The reason he's playing as good is because of Harden. Like, this is what Harden does.
He's the system.
Yeah, like he is the system. He said it, man. He is a system. But this season, he just hasn't been better than De'Aaron, and that's what I'm basing it off. That's what I base my All-Star list off.
Okay.
Whoever's having the better season, regardless of who's winning and who's not.
All right. Let's go to the front
Fox
court.
Is not the reason the Kings are losing. But hold on, let me get to Buck. Any problem with Buck being there over who do you have on there? Anthony Edwards. You want to talk about that at all, or is that kind of? I don't have Ant on my list at all, and I do have Buck. I don't know if you know off the top of your head what's Minnesota's record. Because the Suns are 15-18. They're not good.
I think the Timberwolves might be the 7th seed, 7th seed, if I'm not mistaken. I could check right now.
They've looked shaky.
They look shaky, but if I'm like, I can't fault Anthony Edwards in any part of that. Like, they're the 10th seed.
So why 17 and 17 do that for De'Aaron though? Like, I get they're better than the Kings, but like, you feel me?
What do you mean?
Because you just said you can't fault Anthony Edwards for why the Minnesota's been looking, shaky. We can't fault De'Aaron for why the Kings have been terrible. Just like another guy we're going to talk about later, because I don't know if he's on your list. Because I know you don't really like to get. I
can fault De'Aaron for a couple of their losses though. A lot of bad late game decisions. That Pistons game where they were up 3. He not only fouled, like, it was a terrible foul. The reason they lost is because of De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
A couple of decisions. I think he turned the ball over up 2, down to a tie game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they down the stretch. I'm looking at, maybe it's because I watched too much and I'm looking too deep into it. But like, if I'm also looking at Anthony Edwards, he's gotten better this season. He's been elevated his 3-point shooting game. Like, he's also a two-way player. Like, he's one of the top
I give you
defensive shooting guards in the league.
When it comes to defense, I'm not arguing that. But when it comes when it comes to playmaking, Devin Booker's averaging almost 7. And I don't want to discredit that. And they also been without KD for he's missed like 10 games. I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't.
The Suns have been disappointing.
Yeah, they have. But when it comes to Ant and Book, I really don't think it's a big.
And also, like,
right there.
When it's a team that's like that, it's so hard for me to give them 2 All-Stars. And we're going to get to that in a bit. Who's your 3 front court players out on the bench out west?
Before I get to that, though, Harden's averaging 5 turnovers a game.
That's cool. That's cool.
Put that out there. He's averaging 5 turnovers a game. All right, so my 3 front court. Obviously, I got Anthony Davis. He did not start.
And then Anthony Davis, LeBron. We just got that switched.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got Sabonis. I know you don't really like having two players on a bad team in the All-Star game, but I have Sabonis. And I have Kevin Durant. Yeah. I know Kevin Durant has missed about 10 games, but in all the 22 games he's played, he's still been KD. And when he plays, the Suns are just a lot better.
Okay.
So I got KD in there.
I got KD, LeBron, which we already talked about.
So we're good. We agree.
I got Jaren Jackson Jr.
All right. Tell me though.
Because before when we talked, you were like, man, you put his defense up there. Jaren Jackson Jr. offensively has taken the leap that I didn't even expect.
Yeah.
Like, he's not only just shooting it now, he's been able to add like the ISO game to hit the part of his game. And I include a defensive player of the year-esque defense, which he's never going to get anymore.
You're right. Because Victor
Wembanyama,
but he's definitely number 2 this year, I believe. Like, I don't know if you agree, but I think I got
him up, or Evan Mobley. I got Evan Mobley up there too.
Regardless, he's the top 3.
They're top 3. So if I'm adding the fact that, I mean, now we're looking one-on-one, Sabonis or JJJ, I think obviously Sabonis is a hub. He's an amazing playmaker. He's a good back-to-the-basket scorer. I believe that Jaren Jackson might be averaging a little more on the offensive end.
Yeah.
To me, I think his offensive game is more versatile in terms of scoring. And I think you add the defense along with the offensive leap, and that's what kind of gives me the edge over Sabonis because he's giving me 21. He's not a great rebounder. We know this, but now he has someone who's 7'4" on his team, which is they play different positions. Power forward, 7.
And that's what throws me off about James. I'm not gonna his rebounding, the fact that he can't rebound that
That's
good.
weird.
And when I look at Memphis play, like I said, I've been seeing how he's been kind of like been going crazier on the scoring side. He looks so big on the court. He looks gigantic on the court.
If he can't grab
like,
a
it almost
rebound.
feels like nobody can guard him because he's so freaking tall. He's like he looks 7'5" on the court for some odd reason. He can't grab a board.
Can't grab boards.
Like,
that was the same. Remember, that was a problem in the USA team.
Sabonis, I believe, was leading the league in rebounds, right? Or is up there. He's averaging 14.
I think it might be Jokic.
He's averaging 14 rebounds, regardless. He's averaging 20 and 14.
If it's 14, it might be him.
With 6 assists, man. And you know he's always going to be an efficient scorer.
He's amazing. I think Sabonis
60%. That's what I just feel like
bonus is amazing.
Him on the offensive side is too
but
insane.
Also, like when we talk about field goal percentage, like he doesn't shoot threes, so it kind of helps his fact.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson does shoot a lot more threes, so his field goal percentage is going to reflect that. But Jaren Jackson, like the Memphis, I feel like I had to get somebody on the Memphis Grizzlies on the All-Star team. They've been amazing. Jaren Jackson has been absolutely amazing. Like it's like they're taking turns. Ja's been out. Bane's been out some games.
Yeah.
Santi Aldama just got hurt. Vince Williams, Gigi Jackson, Santi just got hurt. Like everybody's been hurt. Well, the one constant on his team has been Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
So I had to show him the love, had to show him support.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much why I got.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't have Jaren Jackson on my list. You definitely could. I made a mistake. Hearing you say all that, you're right. I gotta appreciate defense a little bit more. It does sound like I'm discrediting defense, and he's been the top 3 defender in the league. The Memphis Grizzlies have also been good this year. So I don't know. You kind of got me rethinking my list a little bit with this Jaren Jackson stuff, but I still do believe Sabonis has just been a better player this year than Jaren Jackson. So I kind of disagree on this part. On this part. Like I think maybe Jaren Jackson can be on one of the 3 reserves, like them 3 extras, or the 2 extras, but like them first 3 front courts. I think Sabonis.
Who's your 2 reserves out west?
Out west, man. So my 2 reserves. I thought it was 3 for some reason, so I have 3. So now, hold on, let me.
Now you got to eliminate
a decision.
Because 12 is a 12-man roster.
I'm gonna talk about it with you actually. You said it was 2. My 3, even though I'm supposed to have 2, Şengün.
I got Şengün.
Kyrie. And Jalen Williams.
I don't got J-Dub either. Because you didn't have Harden or Anthony Edwards.
No Anthony Edwards. So who are your 3 down there? Then?
I got 2. I got De'Aaron Fox and Şengün.
Oh, all right. So
I still had De'Aaron Fox on my roster.
I got you. So I kind of want to keep J-Dub in here, man. I'm not out of the 3.
Over who? Wait, over who's the other 2?
You know what?
J-Dub's amazing. I think J-Dub's going to make it next year.
You know what?
J-Dub,
I think I'm going to take off Kyrie.
Kyrie's been amazing. Yeah.
Kyrie's been good, but I'm looking at J-Dub saying I feel like the Rockets deserve an all-star, and the obvious answer is Şengün.
They need a superstar, bro.
And J-Dub, like I said, OKC's 30 and 5.
Yo, Rockets.
OKC's 30 and 5.
Please do not trade for Jimmy Butler. Don't do it to yourself. He's 36. The rest of your team is super young. He's not the superstar you're looking for. You're good, bro. Chill.
Send him to the Lakers for the low.
All right.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna go J-Dub and Şengün, man. I think I'm gonna go J-Dub and Şengün. Houston and OKC have just been too good.
So wait. So you got Jalen Williams over Anthony Edwards.
That sounds crazy now that you say it, but yeah, I do. Matter of fact, I do. I do, man.
I mean, you're standing on it, but
I am gonna stand on it. I just feel like
that's a shaky foundation.
I mean, cause look, man, you've been saying it for the last 10 minutes. The winning matters to you, right? OKC's been way too 30 and 5 is insane. 30 and 5 is insane. Like I refuse to only have one Thunder player on the squad on All-Star team.
That's because their defense
and like we said earlier, the stats aren't that far apart. J-Dub's also a dog on defense, just like Anthony. He cares about defense just like Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
He's averaging 20. He's pretty efficient. He's more efficient than Anthony Edwards.
You can't compare that though.
Why?
We can't. What do you mean? Why? We can't compare efficiency to a
second best player on the team,
number one option to someone who plays off of Shea.
All right, but like, it's not like. All right, bro, you're right, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna give it a J-Dub. Like I said,
okay.
And in this instance, with the last 2 reserves, when is gonna matter to me? I'm throwing J-Dub in there. I might sound stupid. If Ant gets it, I wouldn't be mad. I'm putting J-Dub in there, man. I just.
I haven't like. You know, Anthony Edwards is a lot.
I know he's a fan vote.
He's a lot.
I don't know. If I had to make my 12 All-Star selections for the West, this is my 12, man. I'm sticking with it. I'm sorry, JJJ. Even though I kind of like I am thinking about it because I low-key feel like he does deserve to be on
And
it.
Jaren Jackson Jr. over J Dub.
Yeah, like
that's
you kind of got me thinking a little bit, man. I might have not have thought this through all the way, man, but
I'm taking J Dub over J Dub too. I'm not gonna lie to you. J
you're
Dub's really
right, man.
good though.
I might just be on the
No
Jada.
disrespect to J Dub,
Yeah,
he's
no,
an amazing player, but it's just like
I might have jumped
just
the
not
gun
there
with
yet.
JD.
Bro.
I might have jumped the gun with J-Dub, but like I said, I'm sticking with it, man. And when it comes to Şengün, I think he deserves to be in there. Like he should be an All-Star this year. No arguments with that. Yeah, apologies to Ant and JJJ. I don't know, man. OKC being 30-5, J-Dub's a huge part of that, man. There's games where J-Dub's looking better than Shea. And Shea's been the MVP of the year, arguably, if Jokic didn't exist.
Yeah, you got me on that first part, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
If Jokic exists, nobody's winning MVP. But Shea's like he's number 2 this year, probably.
Yeah.
Number 2. Like he's been amazing. And like I said, without J-Dub, I don't think OKC will be 30-5. Especially with Chet on sideline for so long. They've been looking amazing. Yeah. I might be wilding with that. J-Dub over Ant and JJJ. But I'm gonna stick to it. I already made the list.
Let's hop out east.
Let's go.
Let's hop out east. I'm kind of mad we just went straight into the list. Cause like we kind of haven't we ain't really talk about what we trying to do this year, man.
By the way, man, before y'all are grilling me, yo, we did this in like 10 minutes, all right? We ain't do too much thinking or digging. So who started with the West?
I started with the West, so you started East.
I'm starting with these East starters, man. I would hope we got the same list with the East starters because I really do feel like this is solidified, except maybe one guard. So let me just get to it. My 2 guards are D-Mitch and Cade. I'm talking about Cade, obviously. D-Mitch hasn't been the best guard in the East, but when you're 30-4, he's gonna start.
31-4 now.
31-4. He's gonna start. And I got Cade. I know y'all might be looking at me crazy because I know there's a lot of good guards out East, but Cade has been amazing this year.
Unbelievable.
And from where Detroit was last year to where they are this year,
shout out JB Biggerstaff.
Yeah, you just can't. I personally think Cade should be a lock in the starting position for the East, and that's just me personally. For my 3 front courts, I got JT, Giannis, and Cat. If you have anything other than JT, Giannis, and Cat, what are you watching? They're the best front courts in the East right now, and it's no debate about that. So let me hear yours.
I got the exact same starting lineup. I think we talked just like a little bit about D-Mitch. Because I was like, there's no way a team that's 31-4 can't have a starting guard. Yeah. Because D-Mitch, we're so used to D-Mitch averaging almost 30.
Yeah.
2 steals. He hasn't been that.
The stats haven't looked as good.
The Cavs haven't needed him to be that.
Haven't needed it at all.
He's has the same exact impact on the team. He's been absolutely amazing. The difference is now we're getting a jump from somebody probably gonna talk about later. Evan Mobley. He's been a difference maker on this team. And between Kenny Atkinson becoming a head coach and Evan Mobley. That's the difference right there. That's the difference. Evan Mobley, everybody's been crying for years for him to elevate his game. I think he started the first NBA game with 2 threes in the corner. We know he can do it. He's always had the potential to do it. Now he's just coming out and doing it, right?
Yeah.
He was a DPOY candidate that one year Marcus Smart won it, I think. Which I still don't think Marcus Smart should have won DPOY. I think he should have won it over Mobley or Mikal Bridges. But that's neither here nor there. But absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Cat, Giannis, Tatum. I don't have to say. You don't have to say anything. If we got any Knicks, Bucks, or Celtics fans out there, all 3 have been absolutely amazing. All 3 have been in different ways too. Cat. People forget. All right, I'm probably gonna clip this. People forget a while back when Cat first came into the league. Every year they do the top 25 under 25.
Mm-hmm.
After Cat's first, second, third year in the league, he was the most coveted player in the NBA. Everybody loved Cat. Everybody wanted it. If you started a franchise,
who would you pick? Everybody
was Cat. It was Cat. And then after a couple years, we kind of got tired of him. Some stuff was happening out there after the Jimmy ordeal. People say he had a low motor. He wasn't the best. And then the first year, Rudy Gobert. So everybody kind of had a sour taste of who Karl-Anthony Towns was. And he came into this season just balling.
Guns blazing.
What's crazy? I'm always going to admit my faults. I said the Timberwolves came out a little good on the trade. I think they had the edge just because it gave them the financial flexibility. And I thought the Knicks, they're going to cap themselves because Cat is so expensive. I completely resigned that statement.
Cat that money.
Because Cat
that money.
He already got the money. That's the thing. But you can't give Mikal the money now. I don't know how they're going to work it. But Karl-Anthony Towns is what's making this Knicks team go right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's been the best player on the Knicks. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. That's still my dog.
We can't take it away from Jalen Brunson.
I love Jalen Brunson, but Cat, it's been Cat's team this year.
He's become the Knicks' darling. That's crazy because Jalen Brunson was just a Knicks darling. Shout out Josh Hart, too. He's always been hooping. Oh, my gosh. He's been going crazy this year, too. That was easy. We had Cade. want to give a shout out to Cade. He's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
People were down him last year, but he had scraps and bones. He had Isaiah Stewart trying to be a stretch big to help him in some way, shape, or form. But now he's got some vets that can shoot. Malik Beasley turning into I don't even know
Yeah,
who,
he's been
bro,
playing
but
good as well.
it's Cade, man. Cade's been helping that
He's
team
been
go,
hooping.
man. Get well soon, Jaden Ivey, bro. It was a terrible
Yeah.
injury. But man, they're looking good. They're looking good. I think they need to buy in.
Yeah.
I think they need to buy in. Right? I think Jaden Ivey is a really good player. I think Cade Cunningham's a really good player.
What do you feel about Asar? You like Asar as well?
I love Asar.
Yeah. His athleticism is
I said
insane.
this, and I think maybe in our exact first episode, if a man and Asar, the only thing they can't do on the basketball court is shoot the ball. It's the only thing they can't
As
do.
long as they can work on that if they can work on that all season and be like okay, I think they'll be
I think
really great.
I was really
players
high on Marcus
years to come.
Sasser. I think he's going to be like Malik Beasley when he continues to develop. He's going to be like Malik Beasley. You got Jaren Durant and Isaiah Stewart. Both of them are. But I think they need to try to find somebody like if they had like a Jalen Johnson-esque player, yo, this team would be crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, going to the bench. My two guards in the bench. I got Brunson and Dame.
All right.
Who you got?
I got Dame and Trey. I got Dame and Trey. We both agree on Dame. He's been having a great season alongside Giannis. The Bucks' struggles in the beginning of the season was not because of Dame and Giannis. They've been hooping since day one. And Dame definitely deserves an All-Star this year. Trey, I know you're not a big fan of Trey. When you're the best playmaker in the league, how do you not make the All-Star game on top of averaging 22? It may not be the most efficient, but Trey's been hooping, and I like watching the Hawks game this year. You know, they've been looking good. His partner in crime over there, we're gonna get to him later too. He's been amazing. Me personally, I think Trey's also had a better season than what did you just say? I already forgot.
Jalen Brunson.
I like Jalen Brunson. Knicks are top 3 in the East. I love Brunson is probably my favorite guard in the league, but Trey's been having a better season. His playmaking, I feel like, he's the best player.
You think it sets him apart? This
year? That's it. It's nothing really much to it. Brunson is on my list, so it's not like he's not on my list. I just think Trey's been a little better this year, and that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really got much else to say. Like I said, Brunson's on my list. So
let's get to the front court. I think we might have the exact same 3.
We do not have the exact same thing. I already know which one's gonna be. Yeah. Let me do mine first. I got Mobley. I'm sure you have that. I got JB, Jaylen Brown, because he's on the Celtics are about to win another freaking ring, and he's been amazing.
We could talk about that.
I got Franz Wagner.
I didn't have Franz Wagner. Obviously, if he didn't, tear his meniscus, I think it was,
Franz Wagner,
he would have been an All-Star.
Undoubtedly, I feel like undoubtedly Franz would have been an All-Star this year.
He didn't have a single chance in the world at starting because
I really think
big 3. But
he should still get the edge. In my opinion, I think Franz should still make the All-Star game. He just has to be
just like the respect and then give somebody else a spot. They've done that before where somebody makes it, but then they just give the spot to somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just I think
that's how Devin Booker made his first All-Star game.
He averaged 24 points, almost 6 assists, and almost 6 rebounds.
Bro, it's
and they were winning without their best player, Paolo. They were winning. They were looking really good.
They're still winning, bro. Jalen Suggs now. Give Jalen Suggs the All-Star game, bro.
On top of that, he was shooting 46.5% from the field and 32% from 3. But yeah, Franz was a dog. Before he got hurt, he was playing amazing. He looked like a freaking. Looking like KD out there.
I have him as a shout out just because I knew he was going to get hurt. But nah,
I think he should still get the edge and just be like an injured reserve.
Who'd you put to replace him? I think we both had the same person.
To replace him?
As the front court.
I got you, because I did add that. I completely forgot that I added that.
Who'd you add instead of him? Because you knew he wasn't going to make it either.
Oh, I'm dumb.
What? You put a guard?
I put a guard, bro.
All right, that's fine. I had Jalen Johnson.
Put a guard.
Jalen Johnson is one of my favorite players. I love watching him play. He's a Swiss Army knife on the court. He's growing his game. Him next to Trae Young, I think, has been absolutely amazing. As well as the surrounding pieces. Shout out Dyson Daniels. Shout out DeAndre Hunter. Shout out you, number 1 overall pick that is complete. They've been a really fun team. They've been my Pacers of last year. I watched the Pacers so much. Now I'm watching a lot of Hawks games. And Jalen Johnson is the main reason. I love Trae Young. Actually, I don't love Trae Young. But
I don't like Trae Young, bro.
Jalen Johnson is one of my favorite players in the league. Had to give him the spot, obviously. Trae Young is better, but this is position locked, so I can't just give it to you. Trae Young.
And while you're talking about Jalen Johnson, he's probably gonna be my replacement for Franz. Yeah.
Mobley, talking about Mobley. We already talked about Mobley.
Yeah,
JB, we don't gotta talk about JB. Celtics fans are gonna hate that, but you already know how good your player is. He's the Finals MVP.
But I do got Maxey in mind. I don't know if you.
I got Maxey.
You got Maxey. Oh, all right. So
and my last spot came down to Tyler Hero or Trae Young. This is where I kind of had a dilemma because I think me as a fan, I love just showing love to players. And with the inconsistencies that Jimmy Butler has brought this Miami Heat team, the inconsistencies that Bam has brought this Miami Heat team, he's been playing absolutely horrible. Like, obviously for his standards, it hasn't been what we wanted. But then we get to a point where it's kind of like you expect more, you want more. Shout out my boy Jacob, he just pulled up. So I wanted to show love to Tyler Hero, but also I do want to admit that Trae Young is better. But I gave the spot to Tyler Hero. He's been absolutely amazing this year. His scoring has taken an uptick. His playmaking has taken an uptick. You even see more engaged on defense. And like
Tyler's been a dog, man.
He's had nothing but inconsistencies around him.
Yeah.
You know, Bam. It's like it's weird because as soon as Bam gets in the post and somebody touches him, he tries to post fade, regardless of if it's a center, shooting guard, small forward, point guard. Isaiah Thomas could be guarding him in the post, and he's going to shoot a post fade. It doesn't matter, and it's so frustrating because Bam is such a good player. And we've seen it. Shout out my favorite podcast, Numbers on the Board. Season by season by season by season, Bam has shot less points in the paint every year.
Yeah.
He's trying to extend. His field goals going down. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen Tyler Hero's last interview, but he looks mentally out of it. And the fact that he's still having such a great season, it's like he's great. He's been
one
really good.
of my other favorite. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I just had to say this. Tyler Hero, I don't know why you posted him in Thompson like he didn't slam you. Like you posted that on Instagram like you won that altercation.
I didn't even see what he posted,
bro. He posted it's a screenshot of Amen Thompson in like a photo dump, and it was him saying like something player, like he was trying to be cool about it. I reacted to the video. He slammed, bro.
He threw him like a bag of bones, bro.
And then Tyler Hero's outside the altercation just like this,
acting like he won the altercation or something. I mean, he was cooking. He was cooking him.
I mean, they want to get.
I can see why he was doing it because he was cooking him.
They want to get.
He got tossed like a little rag dog.
You got tossed.
Yo, hold on. I'm confused though because hold on, man. It's on me too. I got my whole thing.
That's cool. The All-Star game in total is confusing. If you see some players that obviously you're like, yo, why didn't they make it? It's probably because of that. One player you're not going to see on here is Stephen Curry. We love you, Stephen Curry. You're a legend. You're probably going to make the All-Star team regardless.
He's definitely going to make it regardless. I just think
we got to show love to the players that have been hooping. You're a legend.
The guards have just been better, man. I'm not going to lie. And I got Jada over Curry.
You do got Jada over Curry.
I'm getting grilled.
Jada over Curry is insane.
I'm standing on it though. But
insane.
Back to
Jada, I don't even think was like in the consideration for me.
To me, what's crazy to me because I got LaMelo down here. He's not like he didn't.
He got on my list. So in terms of like missed games, he's only played 67% of games. That's 2/3.
But KD has also kind of played.
That's where it kind of got weird. But then like for KD, there was nobody you couldn't even think about putting over KD. Out east, there's been so many good guards where Trae Young was on the bubble. So in terms of that, I had to bring up.
I'm kind of looking, man. Like I don't.
LaMelo Ball, bro. Shout out, bro. You've been hooping out of your mind this year.
LaMelo should make though. It's a fan vote. He's probably gonna make it anyway.
Yeah, he's gonna make it.
It's like I'm looking though.
Is he hurt right now? No, he played. If he continues to play around time the All-Star vote, you're going to be around 80% games played.
You don't think maybe he's playing today? You don't think maybe LaMelo could kind of remove Brunson or Maxey from this, or you think Brunson is
Maxey's out?
Maxey's out. You think?
Maxey's out. I love Maxey though. Maxey's a dog.
I love Maxey too, but
Melo's
been better. Maxey's played more games than Ben. But Maxey's always been in he's been with a.
Paul George has been. It's the same reason.
Tyler
Hero will be out.
Paul George is Tobias Harris, bro.
Paul George is Tobias.
They really got Paul George thinking they was about to, upgrade, and he's Tobias Harris. And then we got Embiid, who, how many games has Embiid played this year? 6?
I like 12.
It feels like 6. He's out every game. Like Maxey's been carrying, man. I like Maxey, but LaMelo might take him off. I don't know, man. We're gonna see. It's been so many great players this year.
With that being said, man, we're gonna start cooking. This was just a straight all-star episode.
Video.
We're gonna cook, man. I got a new YouTube channel. B Riv, or you can search up rundowns with Riv. I just posted probably this video. I probably added it in the edits. This video right here. Carter wants to cook something this year too, man. He don't know what he want to do yet though, but for me, as you can tell, he's a big anime. He's big anime. None. The only stuff that's on here that's mine is these 2 Funkos of LeBron and Giannis. Everything else is his, bro. He loves anime. He loves
I love the little
WWE,
cartoons and
sports,
shit, man. I don't know, man.
anime, stuff like that, man. I keep saying anime.
Kind of want to game
You
too.
gotta
We'll
cook.
see
You gotta
how it
cook
go
this year,
though.
man.
We'll see how it go.
2025 is gonna be a good year, man.
Yeah,
It's just gonna
man.
be a year of consistency. We're gonna upgrade the set little by little. We're gonna cook.
And I know we've been saying this is last year though, so I don't even want to talk about the set and our consistency with the podcast. Just be patient. We gonna get right. All
We
right,
got you.
just.
We got you.
But yeah, man. I hope y'all have a great year. I hope y'all everything y'all want to do this year happens. And yeah, man.
Hey, yo, but I promise this might be like the 5th episode where I got these sweats on. I got other sweats.
He don't got other stuff.
I got other sweats, but
It's about time he ain't come with his best fit either, man. This guy, man.
Yo, he's worn that hoodie 9 days in a row.
This hoodie not tough though. Tell me this hoodie not tough.
All right, that's it. Stricken Riv. See ya.